So Bryce will do customs, but we charge like a minimum of $500 a minute. We'll get like, I want you to use the back end of a hairbrush while saying, please, daddy, yada, yada.
How do you practice like safe sex?
Yeah.
In the industry to like avoid
Oh yeah, no, that's
diseases.
actually super important. There are designated testing centers that have databases, and you go in and you have to be tested a certain window before you're going to do a shoot. They also have an online database so that, you know, if I'm collaborating with somebody and I want to look up and see when their last test date was, I can look it up, I can see the results, see they were all clear, look like through like their history. So it's very like open, very communicative, and everyone's very safe about all that. Even if we weren't collaborating and we had like our friend group was just kind of, you know, like we'd do a live stream and me and the girls or something, and it's like, well, just in case, we would do like a monthly test for everybody here, and everyone would have the results. And like if somebody happened to do a hookup with somebody, they kind of like took themselves out of the game, would go, you know, get their own independent test, clear, and then when we would do another round like a month later, and they'd be clear, and be like, okay, cool, you're back in the live show group, you know, like that kind of thing. So I don't know, it was always really great.
She's holding out on you. She's like, oh yeah, we did a great job. Yeah, after all of us had chlamydia, we don't know who the culprit was, but we were all each other. So then someone had it and then just passed it around, and we're all like, you know, oh, so something's wrong. And then, you know, you figure it out and you go, wow, I guess we're idiots. So, okay, guess we should make this a formal process and treat it like a business.
So Brian, I was reading some story where he said Bryce is, quote, an amalgam of all of us here.
Yeah.
It's not actually her.
Yeah, so obviously it's my face and me, and then what we tried to do was include like all of like the best characteristics that we've had of everybody on the team, if that makes sense. So I was always honest about myself and super transparent, and like all my experiences were real. I would try and do things that would push my comfort zone if we thought it would be a cool experience or a fun story. And
like what?
Well, like I hadn't had too many experiences. First time I kissed a girl was like for a little OF shoot. Like her and I had we just sat down and we had like a couple pictures, and it's the cutest thing in the world because we're like all giddy and nervous about it. All of like my firsts, I would document them all and share that. And then obviously being in the chats and in the messages, I could like talk to people about it, and they'd ask cool questions, they'd give me ideas.
What's the not safe for work content that performs the best for you guys?
We did like a couples swap four-way thing on like the Tennessee River on a rented boat. That does pretty well. I think there is a couple that Bryce performed with actually in Vegas. They were the biggest streamers on ChatterBait, and she did a video with them. That video went wild. A lot of the videos with the interns, Tyler, etc., do like really, really well. I don't really consider us doing it that much. Like we don't make not safe for work content. I think if I go really high, Bryce has maybe done about 30 hours or so of work in the entirety of 2025 in not safe for work production. We sell it, but it's stuff that we have done and we have stored up.
For as much adult content OnlyFans is, a lot of people are there to have like comfort and like a friend and somebody who they feel like they can trust. Because a lot of times people don't feel like they can talk to even the people that they're closest to and feel heard. People think the fans are like, they're weird or they're like, you know, like these creeps. And it's like, no, these are normal people. Like these are human beings that have real lives and real feelings. And they're sometimes just looking for a friend and to just hang out and have a good time. I've gotten people who they're like going off to college and they're going on their first date and they want advice, or they're freshly broken up, or they're widowed, or I've had couples come on and they're like, hey, we're looking to spice things up. What ideas you got?
What do you think the majority of the people come for? Like, is it more that stuff, or I mean, I would assume the majority of your sales are for the like graphic
volume-wise,
content,
sure.
right?
But as far as like chat-wise, it's probably fairly split, but maybe even like a 70-30 type of thing. Like that's an aspect of it, but it's not like there's obviously you're gonna have people who come on like that's the only thing that they do. But a lot of people do the other one.
Because I'm just curious, like what do those conversations go like?
It's a full gamut because it's like they have very preferences on like they only want to see like a solo video of me, or they'd like to see like the most extreme thing I've done with 3 other people and they want to see that. Or they'll be like, hey, can I get a photo of this? And I'm like, I do have that.
So Bryce will do customs, but we charge like a minimum of $500 a minute, and it has to be pretty like, hey, say my name and like get into this position and use a normal toy or something like that. And here's $5,000 for 10 minutes. Okay, sure, we'll put it on the schedule. But custom requests will get like I want you to use the back end of a hairbrush while saying, please, daddy, yada, yada, and make sure you also spit up in the air and catch it with your left eye, barely exaggerating. We had a dude who wanted to be commanded what to do with his and we had a little bit of fun with it, I'll be honest.
Boy, what did you do?
He wanted to do it. Long story short, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna be a performer. You guys tell me if I'm your stuff up. So anyway, hot dog bun, condiments, pictures. Like he literally put his thing in a whole hot dog bun. He had the squiggly mustard line. I'm like, yo, he did the squiggle with the mustard line. And again, whatever, man, if it makes him happy and he paid us, I don't care, fine.
Is there a point where even you start to get creeped out?
Not really. I stick to like, hey, is it legal? Is it consenting? Are we breaking any terms of service? No, then you're golden. Like, or maybe, hey, like if that's your thing, like good for you. Not really my thing. Like, but like that's the route I'll take. Like, I'm not gonna judge somebody for their thing. Like, I would like to not be judged and be left alone with the things that I like. So I'd like to try and reciprocate the same thing.
The rates that some of these guys will pay, I cannot understand it. You could get someone who has like a kink like that. You can, like Bryce, like in a session, chatting with somebody, you can get someone to spend $6,000. We had so many different like moral and philosophical, like intense debates because I'm like, you like, let's say for example, there'd be a guy in a chat session with Bryce and he's like, he spent $3,000 or $4,000. And then he's like, hey, I can't keep doing this. Like I'm gonna go broke. And then sends more money. If this guy's actually gonna have a hard time in his life because of this interaction, like I'm not trying to do that, we can stop. But then he's kind of still sending and you're like, I think this is the kink, and you have to just like guess. I remember seeing one, I'm not joking, like every 30 seconds, 40 seconds, there's a piece of text that's just equals a sentence that says like, I pledge to you, Bryce, that blah, 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 blah. And every single one locked for $200, and every 30 seconds or so, unlocked, 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 like $6,500 in like 38 minutes. And we're like, how is any of this real? Well, I've seen probably like 20 fan profiles from like friends, other creators in the industry. I don't know that we have any. We might have like 1 or 2. Where someone has spent over 6 figures on one creator in 4 months. The highest one I've ever seen was like $800K. Yeah, crazy.